Welcome to Morning Java, brought to you as always by our friends at Get Go Cafe and Market, where I don't know if you knew this or not, Hunter, but they have some great burgers.
I've heard, man. And listen, I'm a charcoal guy myself. I will get into a charcoal versus gas debate. These things kind of stand up. I tried one the other day, a burger topped with pulled pork, Dale.
Juicy, delicious.
Mouth-watering.
Absolutely. What wasn't juicy, delicious, and mouth-watering was the Steelers rookie minicamp. I got some grief on my wrap-up of the rookie minicamp. Well, this is all stuff, there's no news in here. Guess what? There was no news. Yeah. That's actually a good thing when you have camps at this time of year. You don't want there to be news because news is typically something bad happening.
Yep.
And the reality is there were 60 guys at the Steelers rookie minicamp this past weekend, I should say. And of those 60 guys, in the grand scheme of things, when we're sitting here at the end of August or early September talking about the 53-man roster, there are only about 6 of the guys who are out there for this rookie minicamp who are going to be on the Steelers roster, and you can probably name them all right now. That's the reality of the situation. 10% of those guys will make it. The other guys are...
Right. And I think the important part is what you just said, and you know the guys that it's going to be. You know Devin Bush is going to be there, and Deontay Johnson's going to be there. So it's cool to see those guys up close and watch them move. Hey, Devin Bush actually can run. That's good to know. You know, it's good to see that in the flesh. And he was calling some plays and some fun stuff like that, but ultimately it doesn't mean a whole lot. So if you guys wanted something amazing out of rookie minicamp, sorry. Amazing just doesn't happen there.
It's not amazing like a get-go burger.
All right, Dale, so we established not a whole lot happens at rookie minicamp, but OTAs are upon us here starting next week. What can fans kind of expect there? We're going to get a better look at the guys there.
Yeah, over the next month, and they'll have 3 or 4 sessions a week culminating with the minicamp, the actual minicamp. This is the opportunity for you to get to see the guys coming back for the first time. They've been working for a few weeks now, or about a month now, but this is the first opportunity that we as media members get an opportunity to see these guys. Who's put on weight, who's lost weight, who looks quicker, who looks like they're more competent with, and confident with the playbook. So this is where, like last year, we saw James Conner for the first time. He came out, he was, about 8 pounds, 10 pounds lighter than he had been as a rookie, and he showed that. He looked quick, he looked decisive with his running. So this is the opportunity to see some of those guys. The rookies, I mean, their heads are swimming. They got the playbook Friday morning, and they're right out on the field. You don't expect much from that. I mean, they're just going through the motions trying to get things right. This is the opportunity for those second-year guys. James Washington, for example, will be a guy I'll be watching very closely this year. Does he make that next jump? Does he make the big jump that you expect?
Yeah, you stole my guy there. I was going to get you to talk about James Washington a little bit, but I think Terrell Edmonds is another guy to really keep an eye on.
Played a ton of snaps last year.
It was crazy how involved. I mean, he played way more than Troy did as a rookie, which I feel like a lot of people looking back feel like Troy was an instant contributor, but that really just wasn't the case.
No,
so
his first year, Troy was swimming. I mean, his head, he talked about it a lot, that he was so lost in the playbook trying to figure out, because he wanted to know what everybody was supposed to do out there, not just his position, that he was just lost a lot of times as a rookie.
Yeah, so Terrell, I mean, I saw him there at rookie minicamp watching from the sidelines. He seems super involved. I mean, he really seems like he's primed to make that next step. So for me, that's the guy that I've got my eye on. James Washington for you. 2 good ones to watch out for.
Hunter, let's talk off-season rankings, or rankings in general in the NFL. This is not college football. This is, and I used to do a power rankings when I ran my own blog, where I would break things down, and I finally gave up on it because trying to keep track of who beat who in the NFL in a given week, and then, wait a second, I can't rank them ahead of them because they beat them 2 weeks ago. It just doesn't work. And I know fans get caught up in those things. Well, where are the Steelers at? Why are the Steelers so low in this one? Why are they higher in that one? Why is this team ranked here? It doesn't matter.
No.
It's one person's opinion about how they feel things are.
Yep. You really got to learn to just not care about it if you're a fan of a team, because
it
will either break your heart or it'll get your hopes way up beyond where they should be. I mean, just look every single year. You think a team's the favorite. Last year, I thought for sure the Packers were going to be the powerhouse in the NFC, and they did absolutely nothing. You just can't know these things ahead of time. So many variables.
The great thing about the NFL is that so much of it comes down to who's healthiest at the end. The Steelers in 2005 weren't the best team all season long, but they got healthy and they got hot at the right time. And you know, people forget they were 7-5 and out of a playoff spot when Ben Roethlisberger came back from an injury, and they got hot, won their last 4 games to get into the playoffs, and then won all 4 games on the road to win the Super Bowl. I guarantee you, when they were 7-5, their power ranking was probably around 15 or 16.
Right.
They were the best team in football that year.
And not to mention, the Steelers tend to play better when they're underdogs. I don't know if it's just anecdotal or what, but it seems like in my lifetime, every time the Steelers have been the top dogs and seen as the top dogs, they would always underperform. But like you said, that 7-5 year, they go on the road throughout the entire playoffs, the first team to ever do it as a 6th seed. They like that chip on their shoulder a little bit, I think. So if you're upset about the Steelers being ranked, I think I saw, I don't remember if it was Bleacher Report or ESPN, had them like 18 or 20. If you're upset about that, just chill on it and wait and see how they do.